All right, we're back here with Bella. This morning, I'm back in our driveway. Same spot we've worked yesterday. We kind of took her over back by a little pond and let her swim a little bit. Today, this morning, we were actually, Ben got here and we had to go feed the pheasants. I've got 160 pheasants in a surrogator that are getting close to being released or put into our flight pen. And so we went and we fed them and watered them, and while we were doing it, a couple got out. And they're about 5.5 weeks old, so they can fly a little bit. And Bella was with us, so Bella got a little experience. It was really fun to watch her. Bird got out, she saw it, caught it, brought it right back to me, just delivered it soft, just beautifully. I let it go, it ran off, and I held on to her for a second, and then we let her go, and Ben had the camera actually with, so he did get a little bit of some footage of it, but it went into cover and she just went in and it was really cool to watch her work and scent that bird. And so she tracked it, and we had another one get out. She tracked that one, got that one to flush. Never caught it, which is fine. I don't necessarily want her catching them. But I do want her understanding like there's something there at the end. So it wasn't intentional. It just happened that those birds escaped. She was with. We got a little bit of a track. It was no risk because they're small birds. They're not going to hurt her. There's very little risk involved. Turned into a nice little exercise for her to kind of chase and to use her nose because it was pretty thick cover. But now, so we're back here. I'm on lead with her. We're going to work a little bit of heel work. I'm going to work a little bit of denial. Her last teeth have fallen out. The canines are coming in. These bottom molars just came out. That fell out last night. I actually caught it in her mouth. And that'll be it. Then she's got grown-up teeth. She's got one puppy tooth right here. You can see that one's getting pushed out. So her adult tooth is going to push that one right out. This side's already got that. So she's real close. The nice part about, so I'm not going to rush it. We've waited this long. The nice part about her, even while she was teething, is it's been a pretty good process for her. It hasn't been terrible. Some dogs, it really drives them nuts. Hasn't been the worst for her. She seemed to work through it pretty good. I got the mic hanging on here. Is that all right? I didn't realize that. So she's been toughing it out through the old teething process. But so we're gonna get back into retrieving with it pretty quick. I'm not gonna rush it. Like I said, the last day here. The beauty, I actually think I could make, she's made a lot of retrieves accidentally. When we were standing out here, she picked up, Ben had his Crocs laying there, she picked those up, brought them back to me. She showed me no negative signs of wanting to chew on stuff, but I'm just not gonna push it. So let's work on our heel work. We haven't done this formal heel work like this since last week. You can see, I had a question yesterday from someone asking about their dog is just so excited, 7 months old, can't calm it down. They got a lab because they wanted to make a calm dog out of it. They wanted a calm dog instead of what they were used to. They had pointers, and this dog is just too nuts. And I said, I think part of it can be genetics, and an equal part of it can be cultural. She will get very excited if we let her. And she does at times, and that's okay at times. But I also think we put in a lot of effort early on to culturally have them understand that you just don't get excited all the time and run wild. We're under control a lot. I don't think that's any different than with kids. I don't care what breed it is. I don't care. In this scenario, this person said, I got a lab because I thought they'd be calm. I think you can have a pointer be calm. It's the culture they're raised in and how they're raised has a huge influence. Some is genetics, yes. A lot of it is cultural, how we influence them, especially early on. So, Bella, heel. Let's do a little bit of our heel work. You're gonna notice a lot of loose lead with her. Until she does that, then we're gonna correct. So the correction's gonna get changed though, and that's the key. The adjustable leader is a really good tool for us to be able to gauge zero pressure and enough pressure to make a change. So as we turn away from her, this is kind of our time to sync up, where she gets a feel for me. She starts to feel this distance. She starts to get this pace that we're working on. She's turning when I turn, no correction needed. If she hung up just a little bit more, I probably would have bumped her. So I'm making it real easy. Right hand turns, she swings with me. This time I'm going to change it. We've done 3 in a row. I'm going to turn into her and see if she's ready for it. Not really. So I walk out. Now she didn't do bad there, but she didn't adjust. She just froze. So I bumped into her. It really wasn't a firm correction. Now, 2 times in a row, caught her off guard. We haven't done this since last week, like this. Now watch what happens though, how quickly she adjusts. See how she starts to adjust herself to get the heck out of the way, so she doesn't get walked into. Good. Now she gets a little bit of a rhythm with it too, and she's kind of thinks it's fun a little bit. If you notice how she hops a little bit. Very good. 4 times. Very good. Good. Bella, heel. Good. Good. Just work her into a nice little sit. Good girl. I have started to add some more distance to it. This is a lot further than we normally would go. I start building in a little bit of noise. Yesterday when we were down at the water, I didn't really have the opportunity to do it. But when I pitched that dummy out, I don't think it's a bad idea to make a little noise. We just did a podcast yesterday and we talked about the situation. The guy had a dog that had a little bit of issues in a lot of directions. One of them was gun shy. Good girl. Heel. And so I don't mind starting out with, long before we ever bring a gun in, we're going to start getting her acclimated to some noises. Now, there's guys shooting teal not too far from here. I had her with me this morning. Ben wasn't with me yet, but I had her with me. Had all the dogs out this morning, real early, just after light, probably about 6 o'clock, and the guys are down about 80 acres away. There's a pond, and they were shooting teal, and they were banging away pretty good. And so it's 80 acres away, but it's 12 gauge. Sit. Sometimes she's got to make a mistake to get corrected. Sit. Sit. They were 80 acres away, but they were 12 gauges, and they're banging pretty loud. Got my dog's attention. That's a great way to intro her. I consider that intro to Gunfire. Guys that are hunting 80 acres away from us. Because she heard it at a distance, and it wasn't real loud. But it was loud enough for her to get a taste of it. Good. And there was no negative to it. No negative response or reaction. Bella, heel. Good, heel. Good, heel. Good. Working into getting her used to sit to the whistle, nice and crisp. Nice crisp sit to the whistle is going to be something that we need, so why not start it now? Now something that's real interesting, and part of the reason why I brought the tennis ball out is I don't do a lot of denials when we're not retrieving, because I don't like to make the poor dog watch and never get a reward. Now she got rewards earlier. She caught a pheasant. I let her track, I let her hunt a little pheasant. So she got plenty of reward before. So that's why, and it was real uncontrolled. I wasn't asking her to be steady. So she got some nice little prey drive reward. So now I'm going to counterbalance that and steady her up a little bit. Little high reward tennis ball. She's got to watch it. Good girl. Good girl, and she did, steady. And I thought maybe she'd be a little bit loose because of chasing those pheasants this morning. She sees a tennis ball, she might go. Just because that's what she did when I didn't ask her to sit still when that pheasant was there. So I thought maybe that would spill over. It didn't. Bella, heel. Good. Turn into her, see how she responds. Good girl, heel. I could see she was going way too fast. So I just feather that. I just tap, 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 tap and get her into position. That's just a little bit of weight on her neck, and she felt that and adjusted it. No reason to give her a big correction. The reason I turned so quickly was her pace was flying by me. And I could see it. So I caught her off guard. Went 3 steps and she was going too fast, so I turned into her. Bella, heel. There, very nice. She felt the lead. She felt the lead. There was correction there. It wasn't a pop. It was simply a little bit there. And you can see I call it feathering them back. Just let her feel that weight. Good. Good girl, heel. And then keep her honest. Turn away from her once in a while. And you can see she gets way behind then. Good. Come on. Come on. So when she's way behind, my pace picks up. Good. Come on. There she put her nose down. That was a correction. There's a perfect turn. Head right at my knee. Now we're going to come down. We're going to turn into her. I've got a pretty good pace built up right now. Good. Very good. That's a good dog. That's a good girl. She doesn't know if she's on lead or off lead right now. Bella, heel. So she's feeling the weight of it, and I just take it off. Good. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You could see she's a little confused there. She went, wait a minute. He's got that thing on the end of his, it's not connected. You could see her kind of looking and going, what? What? And so I got her to me and peeped the whistle, get her to sit, just kind of snap her out of that idea of questioning it and just get into a routine of sitting to that whistle. Ah! Here. Sit. Sit. Good dog. Good dog. Very tempting. First time I've thrown the tennis ball between her and I. And she scooted, but that tone of mine was firm enough and sharp enough and reaction was quick enough that she didn't get but a step before she heard the correction, and then she went, oh no. And she kind of spun back in. Good. And now she can get praised for that because that was really nice. So control is real important. Do you have enough control to be more powerful than the temptation of the tennis ball that just rolled across? Bella, heel. That's why I don't do a lot of these until I can reward her. So she did a nice job. She broke. That's okay. You can't learn if you don't make a mistake. So she broke, she got corrected, she responded. She learned from that. Sit. Sit. I'm real hesitant to do another one because if I did another one and she was steady, I'd have to tell her how good she was. And I would then want to reward her with a retrieve. So she's steady like that 2-3 times in a row, then let her get one. Well, now we're not retrieving with her quite yet because of those teeth. So let's not steady, 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 and then we're done. I just don't want to get her in that position. So it's a fine line until we can get her back to retrieving. Once we get her back to retrieving, I'll steady her up, steady her up, steady her up, steady her up, steady up, steady her up, let her make a retrieve. As long as she's steady. Good, heel. Good, heel. Good, heel. Come on. Come on. Good girl. Good turn. Now we're going to turn into her. Good turn. Good girl. Good. Heel. Turn away. Go a little slower. Sometimes when you go slow, it's harder on them than going fast because, man, look at all the distractions. It'd be real easy to stick that nose down and smell something when you're going this slow. You got time to do it. But I need her to work through that. Good. Heel. Good. Heel. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good girl. Good girl. Heel. Good girl. See, she noticed all of a sudden it's hanging. Good. Heel. Heel. Come on. Bella. Heel. Come on. Come on. Come on. Heel. Heel. That little bit of touch with it right there. That's what makes the difference. That's why I like this tool as a transitional tool. Now I can take this off. Good. Heel. And I can always touch it to her to remind her. Come on. Come on. Heel. Good. Good. Good girl. Good girl. I give her a hand signal and then I walk off. Good girl. Very good. Not going to call her off this. We're never going to call her off a sit like this. Building a steady dog, the last thing you want to do is call him off sit. Go back to him, heel him off. Work on recall with reverse heel, or when you're free, kind of free casting them, we'll do that through here, heel. So reverse heel, we can work on recall. Good, heel. It's all under control. Good, heel. And she gets the value of recall to the whistle, but we don't jeopardize or compromise or water down her steadiness to the sit. So on, nothing changes. Take it off, nothing changes. Control, control, control. Good. And without pressure. Good. Lots of reward, lots of praise for her when she does it right. We're not going to put a lot of pressure on this dog. There's no reason to. Good. But we need to form the habit strong enough that it is stronger than outside influence. So on and off. Get in that habit. Walk off with her without anything on. She knows she doesn't have anything on. Good. Good girl. Good girl. Now, let's take her here. Good. Okay, let's go. Now let's take her through here just real quickly, Ben. I don't mind her getting out of heel. I said, okay, let's go. Now, I'm gonna show you some of the recall stuff where it can be practiced outside of in heel. So she's distracted over there. Now watch. Good girl. Sit, sit, sit. Good. So you can see the power of the whistle. It's because of reverse heel, and we haven't done reverse heel that much. Enough though to make it a habit, and outside of these formal sessions, we're still always working on recall. When I first got her, she didn't want to leave me. She always wanted to be with me. So I took advantage of that and would practice the idea of get away from her, let her realize I'm gone, and have her want to come to me, and when she does, blow the whistle. So now she gets distracted. Now, you know what she's smelling? There was a rabbit here this morning. When I walked the big dogs down, there was a dead rabbit. An owl must have got it. It was missing his head. And Taylor found it. Well, this dog picked it up and brought it right back to me. It was a really pretty little retrieve. So that's the spot that was. Come on, come on. in this clover, the owl must have been hunting. Now, that's a distraction, so watch. Good girl, come here, good girl. And there's a lot of excitement. And then we calm it back down. Now, she didn't come. If you listen, I intensified the whistles. I went from beep, 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 to beep, 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 to beep, 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 beep. And that was enough to get her here. She came flying in, super high throttle, and then we calm her back down. And she's on the border right now of like really getting excited. Come on, let's go. So that's okay. I'll let her go. Now, here's the natural retrieve. Likes to pick stuff up, likes to pick everything up. Come on. Come on. So none of these little retrieves do I punish. My wife asked me the other day, when do we start telling her no? When are we gonna start telling her don't pick all that stuff up? I said, not for a while, 5-6 months. So what does that tell us? We gotta do a better job of picking up our baby's toys. Good girl. So we can free cast it through here. She can work where she wants. She gets hung up. She goes flying by. She's always coming to check back. Good girl. Good girl. These are all good habits. Good girl. Here. 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 Come on, come on, come on, come on. Good. So I reach out, I get a hold of her. I didn't grab her, I just get a hold of her and touch her. As soon as I touch her, she goes, whew. Good. So, do I want her free spirit being overwhelming to the point where she doesn't respond? No. So that last time, 2, 3, 4 corrections before she comes to me, recalls before she comes to me. So now I bring her in and I put her on a leash. Just don't let it overflow. Don't let it boil over. Let it warm it up to the point of you got something worked on, recall with distractions out of her, and then turn the heat back down. Slip the lead on if you have to. Right, with her, I have to. If it were my older dogs, I'd just say heel. And then they'd go from excited to heel. Well, right now, she's doing the same thing, it's just she needs a lead. Off lead heel isn't strong enough. Bella, heel. So that's it. We'll wrap it up. We'll head her back in. I'll feed her and put her up, and then we go on with the day. There'll be plenty of little chances to practice this stuff throughout the day. And that's constant and ongoing. And we do that all the time with them. Really nice little session with her. Good girl.
Drive on, and I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned